Welcome back to the October edition of the Library Roadshow. We love to connect with Louisiana authors on the Library Roadshow, and we're especially happy to hear from authors who make a difference in people's lives. Joining me now is forensic anthropologist Mary Manheim of the Faces Lab at LSU. She's written several fascinating books about her real-life work, assisting our police and coroner's offices with unidentified remains and solving crimes. Tell us about the new book, Mary.
Well, my new book is called Bone Remains, Cold Cases in Forensic Anthropology, and it comes out in the fall of 2013. I'm very excited about it. It has a lot of old cases in it. It has cases that have been solved, cases that have not been solved, and other cases that I really would like to solve. It is the third in the trilogy. The first one being The Bone Lady, then Trail of Bones, and then Bone Remains. I'm very excited about this new book.
This is the first question that everyone likes to ask, Mary. Why are you known as the Bone Lady?
Why am I called the Bone Lady? Well, one time police called, well, more than once actually, police would call our department here at LSU, the Department of Geography and Anthropology, and they would say, we have this bone we need someone to look at. Is that Bone Lady there? Is that Bone Lady there? And so I would respond to that, of course, and I liked it so much that people began to call me that, and I called my first book, The Bone Lady.
I've heard that you've branched out and written a novel, fiction. What's that book about?
Now, in terms of my new book, Bone Remains, as I noted, it is about some cold cases, some that have been solved, some that haven't been solved. But I also have my first novel that came out last year, and that one is called Floating Souls, The Canal Murders. It is the first in a series where the main character is Maggie Andrepaw, who's a forensic anthropologist in New Orleans, much younger than I am. And she's trying to solve murders that occurred both in New Orleans and in Venice, Italy. It's the beginning of a series, and I'm very, very excited about the book, and I've had great response to it.
How's your career in forensic anthropology helped shape your written work?
Being a successful forensic anthropologist and how it's changed or enhanced my writing, well, it's certainly given me the background to do the type of writing that I do. It has allowed me to use science in my book, Science, with which I'm comfortable, and it's also provided me with information to help enhance, I think, what I have, what one might say is a fairly vivid imagination.
Mary, what advice would you give to any budding authors or forensic anthropologists out there?
Well, certainly people who want to become a forensic anthropologist must study. They go through 8 or 10 years of undergraduate and graduate school. They should certainly be well-versed in biological sciences, chemistry, biology, zoology, genetics, but also they should have a background in the social sciences. That is truly important. For those who want to be aspiring authors, write about things you know, or be sure to really, really study things if you don't know them. You don't want to have things in a book that are not real or that you've not really understood well enough to write about. Readers are very smart, and they will pick up on that.
For viewers at home, how can we get a copy of your books, Mary?
Well, you can certainly get Floating Souls online. You can get it through Margaret Media, which is my local publisher. You can get it from Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It's also in e-books. In terms of my new book, Bone Remains, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. You'll also be able to get it online. So I'm very excited about all of these books, and I really do appreciate the opportunity to talk with you about it. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us today, Mary. You can always learn more about the Bone Lady, Mary Manheim, and her fascinating books, or research real-life CSI at your local library.
Hello out there in TV land. Today we have a super easy fall craft that fell straight from our tree, a nice apple favor.
Oh, they are so cute, just like Tameka.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's get started.
For this craft, you will need yarn, or you can use paper strips like we're gonna show you today. Pipe cleaners, brown or green, a piece of cardboard, about 2.5 inches or so. First things first, we're gonna do ours today with just pipe cleaners and the paper. Grab you a pipe cleaner, either brown or orange or black. You're going to cut your construction paper into strips, and you're going to punch a hole on each end with a hole puncher, or you can just dig a knife through and twist it. That's what I like to do to relieve stress. Then you're going to take the strips of paper and thread them along your pipe cleaner, forming little bitty holes almost through each one, so it looks like a nice, firm, plump, juicy apple. And this craft ends happily ever after.
Thanks so much for sharing that autumn treat, ladies. The Library Roadshow will be back in a moment. And coming up after the break, a spotlight of just a few of the events on the library community calendar, and then some end of summer page turners.